Hey Chubsters, what's up? What it do? I'm Maddie Winters and I'm back on this platform to give you another smashing video. So, my house is empty, which means I can be loud. Well, it's not completely empty, but you know, my parents are playing video games and being like super loud in the background, so I figured now was a great time to give you this full stay-at-home mom fantasy. So I have like 30 minutes before work and I was like, let me film a video because you know, I have been gone for like 2 weeks and you know, I kind of abandoned y'all and it's really sad. And you know what else is really sad? My Wi-Fi is out right now. So that's depressing. That's why my house is empty. They're going to get a new modem and I have no access to the internet whatsoever. So I won't even be able to talk to anybody on Instagram or anything. So I figured what I would do for this video is give you guys just go back to my roots and give you guys a reading vlog, you know, just have like a little reading moment. And if that is boring to you, if you have no desire to watch that, you know, thanks for the watch time, but I'll see you later, dog. Like, if you don't really like this kind of content, that's fine. If you want to watch it, that's great. I made it for people to watch. So, I mean, you know, I don't want to make you I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that's like, hey guys, let's get to 69 billion likes. And telling you how to live your life, because you know, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. Like, if you enjoy watching my videos, then oh my god, that made my day, even though you didn't say it. So, the book I'm reading is the Stephen King. It's a collection of his short stories. It's called The Night Shift, and I have been reading these, as you can see. Here's my bookmark. I've been reading these before night, I've been reading them at night before I go to sleep. So they've been giving me some pretty interesting dreams, but I'm just like, because, you know, I originally started this YouTube channel to talk about books and writing and languages, and I kind of stopped talking about books because I kind of stopped reading books for a little bit, but we don't talk about that. You know how, if you read a book, you go through slumps. Anyway, so now I'm on a reading phenomenon. I just cannot stop reading, so let's start reading, guys. It's gonna be a really super intense vlog. Let's get into it, Chubsters. Let's go, Chubsters. Turn this fan on because it is hot in here. Chubsters, I just read Stephen King's Boogeyman, and I am so shook. So I want to talk about it. So it starts up, and it reminded me of this episode of The Twilight Zone. It's season 1, and it's about this guy who has nightmares, and literally the first 2 pages are like word for word, basically, of this Twilight Zone episode where this man is having these dreams and he feels like somebody is trying to kill him. And there's like a twist ending and it's crazy. But let's talk about Stephen King's The Boogeyman. So it takes place, he sits on this he's like a psychiatrist or a psychologist, one of the two. I guess psychologist, because they say he's a doctor, which, you know, I thought it was like a psychiatrist, but then it was like, you don't really talk to your psychiatrist, you talk to your psychologist. So whatever, he's a doctor, he's a shrink. And so he is telling him the story about how his 3 babies died and how he played a role in them dying, and he feels really guilty because all 3 of them have something very common with how they died. They would, move them from their room and put them into a separate room, and the closet door was always cracked just slightly, and for the first 2 babies, they were like screaming, and so we'd come in and be like, the boogeyman, and he was like, because it reveals that his childhood wasn't exactly like a perfect one. So yeah, I'm not spoil it if that wasn't already apparent, so if you want to read it, like, I suggest like skipping over this last part. But for the 3rd kid, it looked just like him, so he has like a lot of hostile feelings with his wife, like, and it's really interesting because it shows how like his relationship with his mother kind of shaped his idea of women, because he is talking about how everybody should know their role in life and how women are supposed to follow their husbands and all this stuff. And he even says the N-word and references the minstrel shows, but then it says that this is during World War I, talking about the hippies. So I was like, but like, it's historically accurate, but it was very uncomfortable to read, because I was just like, because he said the N-word with a hard R like twice, which I mean, like, saying it without the hard R isn't any better, but like, just reading that was kind of like shocking, because this is, you don't really hear that word, you know what I mean, like, it's just like, so anyway, so the point is that at the end, the doctor's like, okay, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll see you, and the guy's like, no, like, I don't want to do that, but then he convinces him, and then so he's like, go talk to the nurse, and so he goes to talk to the nurse, and the nurse isn't there, so then he goes back in to speak to the doctor, and the nobody's in there, but the closet is open, like, just a slight crack, and then he sees the boogeyman, and he's holding the mask of the doctor that he's been talking to, and he kept saying, so nice, which shook me. I don't know if you could see my facial expressions, but like, I make a lot of facial expressions whenever I read, so I'm shook. So I'm gonna go write, because after I read, I like to write because it's inspired. So I'm gonna write a little bit of this novel that I was telling you about last night. I just have a lot of thoughts and opinions about what I just read. Like, that's crazy, dude. Alright, Chesters, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for joining me in this little time in this crazy, crazy world, just to sit down and read some of this book. And so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Chesters!